It's the end of Mother's Day. A couple revelations and some good healing today. Just wanted to share. Healing's always on the agenda. So much gratitude. Was waiting to see what Spirit showed me today. Playing with the energies, watching everything. You know, Mommin. Being a mom, it's not easy. Not always fun. And just like being a daughter, having a mom, not always easy, not always fun. We have our paths, our stories, our lives, things that happen. And they can get thick sometimes. And when healing and forgiveness doesn't come into play, there can be an issue. Thank God that the last couple years that healing has been the center stage in my life. And so as I make healing like my thing, I'm working on my relationships. So working on those relationships with my children, my boys, both in their 20s, very different relationships with them both. But I'm so grateful because they are amazing human beings and they have both taught me so much about myself. And now that I have the opportunity to sit back, I know I don't have to mommy them. It's not mommy time. I've already done that. But I just get to engage with them, being the beautiful people that they are, and get to watch them in this space. And for me, that's part of what being a mom is taking those transitions with your kids and not putting them in a position to where you're trying to be mommy on them all the time. You are able to be a friend, or you're able to just be what they need, or you're able to transition into just a partner to communicate with. So as I've seen my relationships change with myself, with my mom, and with my boys, the relationships with my boys definitely led me to these nuggets of information about how things need to be handled, because I really didn't have any other choice. You know, when your children don't give you a choice and you've got to communicate on the level that they're comfortable on, or that you know, even being adults or whatever it may be, it doesn't really matter how old people are. But when you have to come together on a premise where everybody is feeling respected and loved and like they have some say, it's important. And, you know, things get messy with life. Like I said, being a mom and momming is not easy. I went through divorce, and, you know, there was a little bit of a flurry with my children. And so that takes some time to clear up. It's not like anybody means anything to happen or means for things to be unstable at all. We're just going through our own drama. And that's how life works. So again, when we are a mom and going through our own drama, we cannot help but unfortunately give our children some of that trauma. Not that we mean to or want to or wish to, but it just kind of just happens. So as we realize that and are able to help pick some pieces up later, I know for me, picking the pieces up with my boys been so different for me. So different. It's like they show me my way back to who we all really are, but without the role playing. The mommy and the children and these things. We just get to love on one another, and it's very powerful. And then doing that with my mom too. We had a several years of chaos, and you know, not that those things are over, but we're working our way back to some semblance, and it felt really good to have healing today. Had some really nice conversations with her, and we're just coming into a place where we can communicate now, thank God, and I appreciate it. So coming back to my roots, respecting the process of being a mom, because it's a process. And since my children are in their 20s now, I can look at the process of having taken them through that timeline. And it takes time to understand the story, to understand what's happening, to let the storyline play out, be it with their parent or be it with them or them just going through their teenage years. It takes time. You guys know, being a parent, it takes time for everybody to go through their stuff. You know, we learn from the children, they're learning from us, and then later on we all kind of figure out where we're at. So being a parent is rough stuff. As I heal myself, my relationships with my boys and with my family, one day at a time, One conversation at a time. Piece by piece by piece. We can all do this. It's amazing the cross-generational healing that is accessible. We were accessing my grandmother's information and bringing her into the conversation, talking about the power in the past, and I was talking to her about some of the things that I had from my grandmother that I was using and kind of my magic and some of the things that I do. And she was so happy to hear about that. And yeah, when we can pull together and be united and love one another and respect one another from the places that we're at, and just slow down on the journey. This is not a personal thing. We're all going through our shit, and everybody has to go through their stuff. So allowing us all to have the space that we need, whether it be us being a mom or us being mommed. Not pleasant, not easy. Sometimes it's pleasant. It's the most comforting thing sometimes. It's one of the things that we need and call for and feels like home so frequently. So being a mom, it's so important. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be a safe space for my children, to be able to, my grown children, to be able to call home now. And I feel happy about that, and I feel good about that, and I feel grateful for the growth, and I feel grateful for that. So I just have so much gratitude in Mother's Day today for myself, for my growth, for what I've worked through, for the lessons that I've learned, for what I've done, all the life, everything that's happened. And I keep it moving, and I keep the lessons going. I'm good. Teaching them that it's one day at a time, real stuff. So I appreciate the journey, appreciate the opportunity to just level up every time, because every day we have so many decisions to make, and we have choices. What we want to do with our time, what we want to do with ourselves, reparation, being comfortable, digging in, being comfortable. You choose. Just grateful. Happy Mother's Day, my friends. So much gratitude for the mothering we have, the sisters that we have, the friends that we have, and the stories that we have in our mamas. Thank you, universe. Thank you to myself. Thank you, God. Thank you for my children and my mom. Just for all the opportunities to be able to experience these things, because they're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. And I just have so much gratitude. I love y'all.